Thank you very much, Dun. Beautiful. Love your work. Thank you. All right, Sweet FA here on track 2 at TGSS, the Glynis Nunchucker track. You are tuning in for the Div 2 quarterfinals between Western Sydney Rollers and the West Side Derby Dolls from Victoria. It's a Westies bout. People, get your flannies, get your Ugg boots, get your mullets on. This game is about to start. I'll be joined very shortly by Melodrama. Until then, I will do my best to carry you through. I haven't commentated for either of these teams before, but thank God we're where I can see names. All right, Melodrama. Who do you know out there on the track?
I know a few of the Westies out there.
Fantastic.
I really should specify which Westies. Hey,
no.
Western Sydney Rollers. I'm from Sydney, and I used to live out west, and I actually live out west again. But
so it's Western Sydney in that fabulously violent pink.
It is quite assaulting on the retinas.
It is. It's brilliant. Yes. When they go pink, they don't piss about. They just go straight for the throat. So that is
elemental jamming for Western Sydney there. She was way out in front.
And getting the lead and on her first scoring pass, I believe. And we have not had the West Side jammer through. She is caught up in what I lovingly term a wall of pain.
Both jammers recycled to the back of their packs. Elemental unable to get past that 3 wall.
She has made a cut. McFly signalling the cut there. Rudy Zarsoff, meanwhile, letting Elemental know that she is lead jammer and has picked up 5 points.
And Belly Angelique, the bench manager for Western Sydney, asking her jammer to just slow things up. Take your time, score the points.
Chronic Jack Payne doing some booty blocking. Not quite enough pow in that block to take. Oh, that's penalty mutt from on the bench for West Side. Calling his instructions to his blockers. They have managed to take the wind out of Elemental's sails.
Elemental calls that off, but not till after the Dolls jammer comes back onto the track. Perhaps a moment earlier would have given them a slight advantage of having a power start, but no such luck. Lease lining jamming for the Rollers.
She's up against Belter Skelter, number 99. So that is Western Sydney in the fabulous pink. West Side Derby Dolls in the stealth pink. It's black with a stealth pink trim.
So the sneaky pink versus the overt pink. Too many Wests on this track for me to keep up.
Birthday celebrations being held out the back. I don't know if you picked up any of that through the mics, but meanwhile, birthday celebrations happening out back.
Back to the track.
Oh, hello, Belter Skelter. What's going on here?
Down low, but got a long way to come up before engaging the back of the pack.
Oh, forearms call. Now
that's the second power jam in as many jams for the Rollers.
This is not how you want to start a game, unless, of course, you are Western Sydney. This is exactly how you want to start a game. That was Mother Superior on the outside, calling that penalty on Belter Skelter. Oh, Lease Lightning. Nice little assist there from Hauso.
Lease Lightning driven to the outside, but called for a multiplayer block.
Chronic Jack Payne doing some excellent solo blocking work there.
Only 2 on the track, though. If you're going to make it effective, Chronic Jack Payne has certainly got what's going on.
She certainly has, and she's backed up there by Susie Quantro.
And that has totally killed the power jam.
That has. As Belter Skelter returns from the penalty box, Lease Lightning, no reprieve for her.
And before the West Side can add any points to the board, Lease calls that jam off.
So there are 2 to watch at the front of the pack there. Susie Quantro and Chronic Jack Payne for West Side.
Muttley in the centre there having a little chat. He doesn't seem happy at all. Arms were flaying down before. Seems like he's just telling a story, though.
Can I just say, though, Muttley seldom seems happy. Oh,
I enjoy consistency, if nothing else.
there you go. I do like, I appreciate, I don't like his shirt, I appreciate his shirt in support of his team. So is that Crash Test Dolly for Western Rollers. Murderface stepping up for West Side. Oh, Murderface through. Oh, and that is a cut track on Crash Test Dolly.
Western Sydney with the slight pack advantage, 2-3. You're going to need all you've got when you've got that power jam against you.
Oh! West Side trying to assist, but too far out of play there. That was just fantastic blocking. Happened in the wrong place, though. So that was... Honey Punch? Honey Punch.
Murderface hitting it and quitting it.
Whew.
An interesting strategy that we've seen all weekend here, where you've got a jammer that's got a power jam. They're in lead. They call the jam off before the other jammer is standing in the penalty box.
To give their teammate the power jam start for that extra few seconds to try to get the lead. Control the lead, control the game.
But that teammate also has to complete that initial pass.
Yes.
Probably losing them 4 points or 5 points on a power
But
start.
you're right, we are seeing that quite a bit.
It's an interesting tactic, and I'm sure there are times when it makes sense and times when it doesn't
maybe
make
not
sense.
so much. But it is the choice to sacrifice the potential for scoring points now as in getting lead in the next jam. So
Crosby wheels and smash, screaming around the outside for the Dolls.
Crash Test Dolly back from the penalty box for the Rollers. Hope you don't mind me following your lead there, telling them apart by calling them Dolls and Rollers. Thank you. Ergonomic, elegant.
I'm a simple person.
Oh my God, Crosby. Quite a lot of speed on her. Oh, this is excellent. I can't actually see the scoreboard. That's how I like it. Do not move.
It's nine points given to the Dolls.
Scrim working the camera for us, so if you can see this at home, I believe Down Under Derby has provided the ability for us to stream.
Down Under Derby providing the
ability to
stream on track 1. Adelaide
one
Roller Derby
only.
League for 2, 3 and 4.
Thank you so much for that, Mel. I do like to know what the situation is, and if I'm getting it wrong, I don't want to put that out there. Bless.
I can hook you up.
You're going to be a come-to girl for me. So that's Scrim working our camera here. Much thanks to Adelaide Roller Derby for bringing us to you at home. God damn, this is some furious pace happening.
It's actually quite breezy, really, when they swing around in front of us. Cold concrete floor, doors wide open behind
Thank
us.
heavens for a cozy onesie on Onesie Sunday.
That jam going the way of Western Sydney Rollers. 3 points added to their score. Lise Lightning back on the jammer line.
And Belter Skelter. Going to be interesting to see if she takes that same starting stance, if that's a...
I reckon she can get lower.
You reckon?
If I didn't have to call like a bunch more games, I would be yelling out, get lower.
Get lower. Let's see, patented. Staying warm, keeping all joints moving. In weather like this, it is a little bit chilly.
It's good sportsing sense.
It is. We could Atham Elite.
I probably could.
But then I wouldn't get to talk about it. I have wondered
You'd
if
have
I
to
could be
talk about it.
mic'd up on the track, but I get a bit Tourette'y.
style.
So we like to
You
have
don't mean
children.
twitching, do you?
No, I do not mean the twitching. I mean the terrible stereotypical concept that is put about by dodgy films. All right, Belter Skelter staying upright. The 5 seconds has called. No, she has
She's
not
doing it
crouched
completely
low.
upright.
She
as
is.
upright as Lise Lightning.
Lise Lightning has had a better outcome from that tactic. Belter Skelter trying to take a slingshot off the shirt of Chuka. That is not working there. Is that Elemental now, who's jamming before, is now yielding the...
That's actually Pixamatosis.
That's
The confusion
Pixamatosis.
there is that Elemental is 0.5 and Pixamatosis is 5. They should ban that.
They should.
Ban that, I
Failing
say.
that, I should become numerate.
If you want to be fussy.
Oh.
Sweet Fussy Adams, they'll call you.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it. Have a crack.
3 more points for the Western Sydney Rollers, the Boutlaws. Do you know if the West Side Derby Dolls go by a travel team name?
Not that I've been able... Oh, actually, no, they do. The West Side Glory.
The Glory.
The Glory.
All right. Well, it's the Glory from the West Side in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm. West Side Glory. Don't
against
make
the
them dance
Boutlaws.
at you. That could...
I wouldn't by choice.
They'll be aiming to take out the dance off, no doubt. It's the 80s after party.
Oh, a coat hanger there on Crash Test Dolly.
Hit
Called
the
as a
floor.
high block.
Murderface. She was being held up very well there by Doby-Wan Kenobi. Does Doby-Wan Kenobi play with only one sock and a lightsaber?
I'll ask her father.
Thank you. Oh! Reminds me we have to do some shout-outs a bit later on. Murderface. Fighting. Doby-Wan Kenobi not going to let her go without a fight.
Doby-Wan Kenobi, a very persistent blocker there
She
for
is.
the Outlaws.
Keeps twizzling
Muttley.
and turning to
Muttley
keep
back in the
play.
centre.
Oh, you know.
That's where he lives.
Is it maybe part of his exercise regime? I'll just go for a walk.
That's a good plan.
Never know. He likes to talk to Bear Grilled.
Are they close?
I'm not sure.
They're going to
They
be
may
close.
be closer than Bear Grilled is comfortable with at this point in time.
Oh, well. That's why they put a whole track in between them.
Excellent.
Really, isn't it?
Oh,
Number
bit of
127, Crosby Wilson smash, jamming for the Glory.
did a bit of defensive jammer off the whistle, but then came a cropper in the middle of that triangle of doom. Not sure what's going on. Yields like the wind.
Well, an interesting thing just happened there. A little bit undercover.
That's what was happening.
Where Western Sydney would have had 2 pivots on the track. So
They had a pivot in the bin. I saw a panty go
ripping
flying.
the panty off, flying across like a college party it was.
Because otherwise she would have been sent off the track and they would have had to skate a blocker down. So very smart pickup there.
But Hauso out of the penalty box and goes straight back in again. Didn't even complete a full lap. That is going to hurt because Hauso has spent the weekend dealing a lot of heavy blows.
Yes, that does not surprise me somehow.
Elemental calls that jam
Calls
off.
that one off, but not before. Crosby picks up another 4 points. So McFly currently jammer reffing for the Dolls, the Westside Glory. Rudy's ass off jammer ref for the Rollers. Are they the Batlaws? Were you saying?
Western Sydney Boutlaws.
Western
yes.
Sydney Batlaws.
That's usually followed by a chant, Khan Perif. Perif.
Excellent. I like a punchy chant. Not too many words. I don't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that?
Really, it's just noise.
No, it's a beautiful thing about the Australian language, the way we mangle words.
It's a skill.
It's a unique talent.
Glorious jamming skill.
Oh, is that Lease Lightning out the front trying to get past? Who is that? Oh, Candy. That is Crotch Candy.
Goes on the inside.
My God, Crotch Candy. The coverage she was getting on Lease Lightning. Amazing.
And the Boutlaws bracing their wall. Multiplayer block called. Rory Spilmore held back though. Lease Lightning similarly taking the time out to dress herself properly there. A little bit of tape might take care of that. No help right now though.
Hauso having a little bit of a skip on her toe stop. She was quite happy with the work she did, and she did some nice work.
Glory just pulling ahead by 1 point there.
Woof.
Keeping it close.
This is a fight. This is going to be a hard game, start to finish. I'm going to hope penalties stay low. I'm going to watch all of these ladies all of the time. Doby-Wan Kenobi putting on the He's back. He's bloody back.
He just waited until 25 seconds went. and then called a timeout, giving his team the maximum break that he
Which-
could. But he's there back to bear.
I'll just
Are
have a
they
stroll on in.
I think I can read their lips from here. I'm pretty sure they're saying, what are you going to wear? It's going to be cold. What are you going to wear to that after party? So, I thought I'd go on a onesie.
No, I might have a sandwich.
Muttley's totally like, you can't go on a onesie.
No.
It's not onesie Sunday.
No.
It's Monday.
Oh. Is it no undies Monday? Does
No
that come
undies
after
Monday.
onesie Sunday?
Are you meant to be wearing undies in your onesie?
Hey?
Are you meant to be wearing undies in your onesie?
I like you, Mel. You're my sort of gal.
And we got playing for the glory today from Melbourne, the west side of Melbourne. Rory Spilmore, Crotch Candy, Crosby Wheels and Smash, Susie Quantro, Scrim Henson, Sadistic Smell, Chronic Jack Payne, Murderface, Chuka, Goldie Blocks, Kapow, Biffy Kaleido, and Belter Skelter.
Slightly lost it on sadistic smell there. I wonder if she
Sadistic
chose
smell?
that name after spending time with her own derby pads. It is a bit of a sadistic smell, this sport.
The only thing that smells more than a group of derby players is a group of derby referees.
Oh, hello, ladies.
Too late to join the track. That
That's
means
what
there is
happens.
no jammer.
Oh, and that is stinging her. You're watching Belter Skelter shaking her head. She is
Mudley's looking a bit
kicking
grumpy
herself.
too. That was a bad tactic, really.
Yep, yes, it was.
I'm not sure if it was a deliberate one or if they were
No.
just caught up with what they were doing, but either way, no jammer.
No.
How many points can a team score without no jammer?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think any.
Possibly none.
None points.
Possibly none point.
None points for the glory. There's no glory in
No
this.
glory in this. Oh, but
The
they
Outlaws.
are getting the hits where they can until Dobie One Kenobi ducks under. She's taking 5 points there.
That was terrific work by the glory, holding her back for all of that time, reducing the impact
Absolutely.
of having no jammer on the track.
They are minimising the damage, the best of their ability, and their abilities are looking considerable. Biffy Kaleido taking the hit out there on Dobie One Kenobi before she is stopped. Chuka, however, taking over the yield back.
Chuka lining the inside line, forcing Dobie One to go to the outside.
Now, I do think we're going to start seeing the effects of the change in temperature as we're coming
It is
deeper into
definitely
night.
slippery.
The temperature has dropped noticeably in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
But this track is particularly slippery, more so than the other tracks.
So the cold air on it is doing no favours to anyone. So our players are probably going to have to modify their skating styles just enough.
And Dobie One Kenobi, after copying a bit of a hit around, lots of blocking, but having no
Oh, hello, ladies.
one-footed
Backwards,
jamming.
1 foot balance around the apex. Well, if you have to. She'll do that.
With only
Juking.
2 blockers to beat.
Oh,
Glory
but
do a
those-
fantastic job
That was
holding her
Chuka.
back.
And Chuka and
and
Kapow. I do like Chuka's name. She's got her own she's got her own song. Chuka Chuka. Boom boom.
It's very Westy. And of
is.
course in New South Wales we say Westy. In Victoria you say Bogan.
Exactly.
You guys got a moth.
Eh?
You guys got a moth.
A moth.
A Bogan moth.
I'm trying to
I
move.
write this stuff. It's science.
It totally is.
Belter Skelter got down low, much too low, knees on the ground. She is jamming for the glory.
Oh, but who is that hammering through at the front
That's
for the
gotta be Elemental,
rollers?
doesn't it?
Elemental 05. I will not fall. Well, I probably will for the 055 trip again.
And Jammer shoulder with Jammer. Forced to
Belter
call that
Skelter.
jam off. Lots of pressure put on Elemental there. Belter Skelter very competent on those skates.
Yes, indeedy. Hello, Mum. Mother Superior. Calling him Mum. See, Vector. Vector so far the only ref I've ever seen on the Fruity Boots. So well done, Vector. Don't give up on what you believe in.
They're just quads all skinny and in a line.
This is true.
Destruction
They are
jamming
still
for
quads.
the
They're
first
still
time.
4. Oh.
Scrim Henson sent off for an illegal block. Destruction forced the back.
Just
No,
after Murderface was forced back. Murderface finally through. She takes the lead. But hot on her heels. Can you pronounce that name? Because I'm finding it hard in my head.
Destruction.
So what is destruction?
Destruction.
Yeah, cool.
Destruction.
Yeah, I know. I was going to destruction it, which sounds kind of
You
bad.
can do destruction. We
We'll
can call it
destruction. I could go a little bit.
The D-Star.
Destruction?
Picking 2 points.
Nice.
Excellent
Bit of a
effort.
shanking at the back.
Is it a shanking if you're not ahead, or is it just a shanking if you get any points?
I think it's a shanking if you are not lead and you are behind. She was not lead, she was behind.
She was a good half track behind, and she managed to catch right up.
Shanked him. I'm calling that a shank.
Credit to the Boutlaw blockers there, managing
Damn
to hold back
straight.
that jammer.
Exactly. Ooh.
Dobie getting down low. Bumped out of bounds there, Kapow.
Kapow, and I can't see who is bracing Chuka and Kapow, but it's fun. It's interesting seeing the skinniest girl bracing the two larger women. Clearly got some ballsy upper body strength. Oh, and that is crotch candy. Yeah, she does have some caning upper body strength. Oh, Crosby
5
back
points.
again.
It's a good reward for some hard work there.
Yes, indeed, but they're trying to undo their error of not sending out a jammer before. Crosby hammering it, jumped into a block, carried off track there by number 52.
Honey Punch.
Honey Punch.
Honey Punch does pack a bit of a heavy block there.
She gets nice connect going on, just transfers her momentum over to the opposition.
And interestingly there, the referee's just indicating that the Boutlaws unable to complete their initial pass.
Ooh.
So fantastic work there from the Glory blockers.
Hauso stepping up for a jam there against Belter Skelter. Facing off against the Shiny Hiney of Goldie, being ably braced by Susie Contro and number 32, Scrim Henson.
Belter Skelter on the knees there, busting on through now.
Oh.
She's the lead jammer for the Glory.
Bit of a shake of the head. I think that was harder work than she'd been hoping for, but that's not a surprise with this game. The Boutlaws are putting on a cracking defence.
And Hauso trying to catch up to the back of the pack, but Belter Skelter, too good for her, managing to call that jam off after scoring 4 points. And playing today for the Western Sydney Rollers, we have Angel Slayer, Elemental, Molotov, Hauso, Down Under Thunder, Dobi-Wan Kenobi, Lease Lightning, Newton's Nightmare, Crash Test Dolly, Pixel Mitosis, Honey Punch, Devilish Desire, Destruction, and Fraggle Block.
And Newton's Nightmare stepping up to take her first jam for the Boutlaws. She's coming up against Ruby Splinter.
That's Rory Spillmore.
Rory Spillmore.
Glory.
I may need my eyes checked.
You can make things up. It doesn't much
That's
matter.
true. If I didn't watch my diction, I'd get away with more, though, because that mumble could have sounded like Rory Spillmore.
So far, the Derby Dolls using 4 jammers. Western Sydney already clocking up 6 different people doing jamming.
Interesting, different rotations there. Though, also looking at the team lineups, the Dolls they come with... Oh no, they've come with 13 players, so...
Managing to put 5 points on the board for the Glory just then. No points added for the Rollers.
Now we have had a change on the scoreboard again, haven't we?
It's only by 1 though. These both teams are going neck and neck.
Yep. I think we're going to see a few more change in lead before we're done here, which is how I like it, quite frankly. I like well-matched teams in a hard-fought game.
Murderface trying to shove her way past Destruction.
7-7
Destruction being
Thank
backed
you.
there by Dobie Kenobi and Hauser.
Beautiful.
It's like they're in a big group hug there.
I know, it's kind of lovely.
Not wanting to be missed
Without
out.
the lovely.
Angel Slayer tries to join in as well.
Oh, Destruction's off to the bin there. Oh,
Crash Test
falling
Dolly through
small.
the back of the pack. She's on turn 3.
Oh, that was crotch candy. Taking out Hauso. Hauso comes up just to meet Kapow. Kapow getting an extra bit of oomph there from Susie Cointreau. Until crotch candy finishes her up.
Some very scrappy blocking
Oh,
there.
it is.
Crash Test Dolly looking for the star pass. Shoving her hand in there, but that pivot is nowhere near her.
No.
It's not going to happen if you can't get the star there.
Exactly.
Shame being, of course, that you can't, like, wrap your panty up around a rock and just throw it to the pivot.
Exactly, or slingshot it off your thumb.
Slingshotting would be great.
Yes, but
Except,
no.
you know, when I try that sort of thing, it just spins back and hits you in the eye.
Yes.
Which perhaps that's why some jammers use the visor across the hockey helmet.
Oh, hadn't. Yes. Oh.
And that, of course, is... I think that was Newton's nightmare there. Oh, no, it's Crash Test Dolly.
Murderface. Yes. All right, Murderface is sent for a low block. She's looking the worse for wear. She actually might need a wee sit down anyhow.
Crash Test Dolly in the meantime, managing to pass the star off to the pivot.
Yep. And that Hauso. So taking that, and she's, furious fighting. Not able to make it through.
A full 2 minutes there, no points given to the Batlaws. 12 points given to the Glory.
All right, so for the first time, second
them a bit
time
of a boost.
actually, we have a little bit of a lead being drawn out there, but Western Sydney did that earlier in their own power jam, so...
13 points, not much of a gap.
Heck no.
This does give us an opportunity, though, to say thank you to Spank Alley. Spank Alley has an awesome range of onesies, hoodies, Chicks in Bowls merch, compression pants, left turn clothing, and a bunch more. Go and check out Spank Alley so that you can join in to Onesie Sunday.
Yay! Because it isn't over yet.
No, many hours left. And then, of course, you go to the Northern Hemisphere, they're still going.
Oh, I know, right?
Don't need to buy anything for No Undie Monday, though.
No. Unless you don't own pants, in which case buy pants.
Maybe a drop sheet.
Nice. All right, team timeout is coming in. Muttley having a chat yet again.
Yeah, and at the same time, you've got a referee over at the at the Outlaws bench.
Mm-hmm. And now we are going official timeout. You can see Quad Father and Mother Superior.
Crash Test Dolly sent to the penalty box whilst holding the star there. So,
all right, so something's been cleared up there.
Jammer sent to the penalty box.
Curly whistle of Derby goodness. We're about to get back into this.
It was a star pass.
Illegal procedure.
Move. So they didn't do the star pass correctly.
Yep.
So
illegal procedure penalty there.
Off to the penalty box.
So starting a jam, 2 jammers in the bin. Murderface is getting released. She goes back a little to get a run up. And yes, Crash Test Dolly did leave the penalty box without being directed. She has received an illegal procedure. She'll be staying in for...
But not very long because Murderface goes...
chronic jack pain. Star pass happened.
Forearm.
Now it's going to be fun here. Oh, the jammer tag.
Crash Test Dolly trying to get down low. Rounding turn 2.
She needs to... Oh, look at the hits coming thick and fast, but she hangs in there and makes it through. Oh, Honey Punch having a go at Chuka while she's waiting, trying to get Chuka out of the way before Crash Test Dolly comes back.
And Dolly on the outside.
Runs into Scrim Henson, but spins her round. Chronic Jack Pain coming back from the bin. She's spotted by Honey Punch. Oh! Hip jacks! Crash Test Dolly into the back of Honey Punch.
That's using a player against the player.
Oh,
That
my
was
Lord.
terrific work.
But it
Distraction.
hasn't got Chronic Jack Payne through the pack.
Destruction sent off for a forearm block, but 4 points added to the Boutlaws.
So, yes, this small lead that Westside Derby Dolls had won is quickly being eaten up.
Chronic Jack Payne busts on through. Honey Punch having to let her go because she's too far away from the pack. A misconduct call for the Glory. I'm unsure what that was about. No, but Chuka on the other end of the misconduct call. And to be quite honest, if Mother Superior calls you for misconduct, you must have been pretty naughty. He's a fairly generous, forgiving sort of guy.
Alrighty. So Muttley no doubt coming in to find out what that was for.
Maybe he needs a radio headset.
I think so.
Or one of those monitors. You know,
maybe you should
talking to
take the alfoil out of his hat that's blocking the signals.
Sweet FA, I don't know if you realise you said that out loud.
What? Oh, shoot. Sometimes the inner monologue gets broken and then they give me a microphone.
Who did that?
I don't know.
What were they?
He's someone who was not thinking.
I feel it's entertaining for us.
Oh, God love. Hopefully it's entertaining for the people at home.
Oh,
mind you, they've got enough entertainment at home watching this game. Of course there are people at home, bless them.
And if you're watching this Boutcast right now, please send $10.
Don't care where, just send it.
Someone somewhere is going to be grateful.
That's right. Oh, how's those keeping warm? Have we gone official review as yet? I have not seen official review.
Is she keeping warm, or is that about her feeling the beat?
Just feeling groovy.
Feeling the beat.
Oh, she's got nice shiny red plates. They catch the light beautifully when she moves.
Are those skates white, or are they a little bit spangly, a little bit pearl?
Oh, they may have an opalescent sheen, or it may just be the shine of her personality bouncing off them. God love.
There's a lot of chatting going on. That gives me the opportunity to tell you about Adelaide Showground.
Oh,
Adelaide Showground have given us a fantastic venue. This is an absolutely amazing spot, and it's enabled Adelaide Roller Derby League to host TGSS for the fourth time in a row. It's a fantastic tournament, and this is a fantastic venue.
It's a great opportunity for all of Australian Roller Derby. Australian Roller Derby goes up in leaps and bounds after every one of these events, so it benefits our entire sport nationwide.
Plus, it's very fun.
Yes.
Keeping it simple.
Cracking.
Thank you also to Rydell. They make skates. I bet you knew that, though. They now make pyjama pants as well. Have you seen those pyjama pants?
I have. I saw that they were the innovators for over 70 years, and this is my favourite innovation by far. The tournament pyjama pants.
Who doesn't love pyjama pants?
Comfortable, warm, what you need. Pyjamery.
You could wear them to no undies Monday.
You could.
So thanks very much, Rydell, giving us the opportunities that we're looking for on those special weekdays. Thank you also to The Clinic. The Clinic loves roller derby almost as much as we do. They have over 16 years in the game, so they can help you with all of your derby needs. We also have friends at Hellcat Clothing. Hellcat Clothing is when you want to look good in a very special, customised, one-on-one kind of way.
On or off the track, so
check them out, Hellcat Clothing. And the last of our sponsors on page 2 is BSS Light Audio Visual. They're the ones that have hooked us up here. They can do corporate functions, conferences, they can do your house, they can do your workplace. Give them a call, BSS Light Audio Visual.
Oh, there comes Vector to fill us in on what the official review was about.
They really are different, aren't they, those inline skates?
They are, I know.
Clip-in boots going on.
But yes.
Go the 80s, I say.
Bring it back. Bringing it back tomorrow at the after party, the Rydell after party.
Okay, so it is about an officiating error. So the in-house announcer just said that it was an officiating error on black 45, which is Glory, but I actually don't see the number 45 anywhere. So someone got sent off.
Was it 425?
Maybe.
Chronic jack pain, possibly.
425. That's got to be it.
We'll
Chronic
have
jack
words
pain.
with Panic and get him to work on that
stop
enunciation.
mumbling.
Mind you, he did every game bar one yesterday. Have no idea how many games he's commentated today. So fair
Probably
cop.
delirious.
Fair cop. We'll give him that. Crosby has been such a dynamic jammer this game. Elemental leaping and popping out the front until she runs into some crotch candy. Oh, look at the fight for lead out the front, and the crowd goes wild. We've got pom-poms. Pom-poms, turn 2. That is Chico Rollers shaking the silver pom-poms for Crosby.
Not just pom-poms, but lead jammer status. And the jammer star falls off. She is unable.
Oh, no points.
No one else is able to pick that up. Lucky break there with the pivot, seeing that.
Yes.
Some desperate
Nice
pleas
teamwork.
coming from the bench. Call it. And she does.
But beautiful work on the track, because that was the pivot actually standing over the jammer panty to make sure it was protected and pointed at,
And-
so that Crosby could get that back on ASAP.
And an unsuspecting move happening here. Muttley in the centre,
Who'd have thunk?
talking to Bear Grilled.
As you do. If you're Muttley.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Bear Grilled is the man on skates.
He is.
Why doesn't he go across the Muttley at the end of each jam?
Added save time for all concerned.
I don't know what's going on with these
No one
referees.
not
My
thinking.
goodness. It's been a long day for them as well, I'm
yes,
sure.
it has. Long 2 days.
Toby Wankanobi jamming for the Boutlaws, but she is not in front. That
Dear
honour goes to the
God.
Glory. And that'd be Rory Spilmore.
Rory Spilmore.
Rory Spilmore setting a cracking pace.
Catching up to the back. Does not hear Muttley directing her to call it.
Cops
Meanwhile,
an outside block from Honey Punch.
Oh, Dobie One Kenobi took the 4 points, but Rory Spilmore did manage to pick up the 4 then and call it off after her teammates on track were able to pass on Muttley's screech of call it.
Muttley choosing not to go to the centre this time.
Maybe he needs a little break from all that shouting.
There is an official timeout called by
I think
the
we're sorting
scorekeepers.
scores. Rudy's ass off, just making sure that the last points were picked up. Oh, meanwhile, waving at the camera. Hello, Shy Girls. That'd be Goldie. And who was that behind
Down
her?
Under Thunder as well.
Ah, woof. Go, ladies. Take your moment in the sun. You work hard for this. Enjoy.
Elemental getting down as low as Delta Skelter. Delta Skelter, though, finding a gap on the outside line, having to crawl her way through, but is reabsorbed by the blockers.
This pack is moving very fast, but there goes Belter Skelter. She has lead. That is a definite damn woman you are lead from McFly. Proud chest on that man. Now that is a man who could wear a jammer sash. Not too many people know this. The Woofra rules allow for a wristy or sash. I am surprised that more teams haven't gone the sash
Maybe
option.
the sash.
Bring back the sash. Oh, Belter Skelter running into
Newton Nightmare.
Thank
That was
you.
a big hit too.
nice, solid. They've
Bounced
got to
right
stop.
off her.
She's not getting past at this point.
Elemental similarly stopped.
Oh,
Forced behind Crotch Candy. Who doesn't want to be behind Crotch Candy though?
I don't know. Maybe in front of Crotch Candy might be nice.
Anywhere around the Crotch Candy, I feel, is a good deal. But Belter Skelter taking her time there to
Yep.
hit the pack and
She's-
re-engage.
She knows what that wall is going to do to her once she hits it. She's taking her time and trying to pick a line that's going to help her out.
Would be disappointing to get met with that reception. Whew. 5 points added to the Glory score.
Oh, Muttley tells her to keep going. I think she's not that happy, but she was the jammer who didn't go on track before, so she's going to take her lumps.
When do you think she can live that down?
Oh, never.
Is there a never. I was going to say, is there a timeline?
Oh, look, give it 3 months, hey?
3 months, all right.
Give it 3 months.
That'd take us to the end of the season, I feel, in most incidents.
Yep, hopefully she'll shake it off, and she seems to be shaking it off well.
I feel that next TGSS will be sitting here in this very track, and I will say to you, sweet Fanny Adams,
do you remember
that was quite a day, wasn't
that
it?
time?
Oh, who was that jammer again?
Oh, I don't remember her name. Oh.
Finishing off with a 5-point pass.
I think that was no initial for the Boutlaws too.
That was 24 points added to the Glory score.
Dear God, so they have actually pushed out. Now this is starting to look like what I would call a little bit of a lead at this point. 31 points. Not a comfortable lead by any stretch of the imagination.
Toby One stuck in behind the Glory, being shoved out of bounds there.
Murderface through for lead, coming around on her initial scoring pass.
Chronic back pain
Toby One
and those
Kenobi.
moving pants there.
They are hypnotic. The lines on the...
I don't think that would work on television very well. It would have that haze about them.
It would, unfortunately. You won't get the full effect there.
Toby One Kenobi, though, able to control the pack. Getting out through it. Murderface calling that jam off. Toby One was skating around without the panty on, ready to pass it.
Yes,
these
she was.
jammers are getting very tired very quickly with all of these hits.
I'm not surprised. And the cold, cold, hard floor. It gets harder the colder it gets, I'm sure. Now, I have seen, though, throughout this weekend, I have seen a few of the pandy stashes, so seeing jammers taking the panty off, not necessarily going for the pass, so it splits the opposition blockers' attention. They have to focus on 2 players now. Do I have to worry about my pivot, or do I have to worry about the jammer? So sometimes it gains them a little advantage to get through the pack.
Maybe they think it's no undie Monday.
Oh, hello, take my panties off in public, your mother will have words. Oh, and how are we doing on time? Oh, dear God, that's half time.
It's half time.
Oh, the excitement.
That's what happens when we can't see the scoreboard, sweet Fanny.
That happens. Time gets away.
Chatter on. It's nearly over.
Watching all this
halfway
business.
Through. We're still talking.
I know.
See you back in 10 minutes.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arm!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just 1, but 2 armbands. That's 1 for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Aries Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Your bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Aries Platinum, Performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Your bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing.
Welcome back. We are here with Lease Lightning jamming for the Boutlaws. And we've got Rory Spilmore jamming for the Glory. Scoreboard currently reads well in favour of the Glory. Glory playing in the black. Lease Lightning trying to get out the front though. Rory Spilmore just very persistent in her jamming. Possibly the mermaid pants giving her powers that she never knew she could have. Lease Lightning, quite a lanky jammer, using her height to her advantage there, gaining the lead jammer status. Rory Spilmore not keen to keep jamming. She's handed off her panties. And who wouldn't say yes to accepting a panty from Rory Spilmore? Streaking
Not
out in
me.
front, Crotch Candy. No points for Crotch Candy. 4 points for the roller. Yeah, that is 4 points.
That is
for
4
the battle.
points.
It's very hard to see. It's
It
like
can be.
Blu-ray light
White
bouncing
wall
off the
behind.
It's the front of my glasses. Belter Skelter
Back again.
on the track. She gets down low. Keep an eye on that.
Well,
Dobie One Kenobi.
she sort of started the getting down low.
It's
She
worn
was
off.
down lower first.
It's worn off. She gets shoved out of bounds there. No pass, no penalty
Howzo.
awarded.
Thought she'd drawn the cut there.
She cannot be the lead jammer because of that no pass, no penalty.
Yeah, she's decided to step back on, take the no pass.
Dobie One Kenobi has not completed her initial pass.
And she has been recycled back of the pack.
5 points given for someone who is
Dobie
the
One
lead
Kenobi
jammer.
is lead.
Dobie One keeping on skating, not calling that jam off.
Runs into the hips
Belter
there.
Skelter scores another 4 points. Dobie One Kenobi still hasn't completed her
falls.
scoring
Manages
pass.
to avoid being fallen on by Chuka.
Will Dobie call this jam off? Yes, she does.
She's
3
picked up
points
3.
added to hers, but 10 points, I believe.
Was that 10?
9 points for the Dolls. That is a shanking.
Shanked.
Shanks very much, says the Glory.
Wee.
Dobie One Kenobi says, this is not the jam you are looking for. Lease Lightning back on the track. She is jamming up against Murderface.
Murderface has been doing quite a nice job. She's had a few hits, a few misses though, but she's coming on to more consistent form now.
She makes her way through and is lead jammer in that instance. There are only two.
She did
Western
only have the
Sydney
2 blockers though, so yes, that did make her job easier. She has taken that advantage and made the most of it.
Howzo back on the track in the pivot panty.
But tagging out with Destruction, who's off to the bin now. So 1 win, 1 loss.
Lease Lightning past the panty there. Howzo with it in her hands. Howzo, though, further behind the pack than Lease Lightning was.
However, Howzo has done well.
Apex jump not giving her any points, though. Only points awarded to the Glory. Glory securing their lead, 126, plays 74.
Yep, 124. Oh, Dobie One Kenobi jagging around. Crosby going for the big push. Oh, Dobie One Kenobi taking the outside. Crotch Candy going the cross track, but Dobie One Kenobi hangs on through the apex. Stunning piece of skating there.
Honey Punch, though, being handled by other blockers, using her as a bit of a battering ram.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
I would.
I
given
would.
the choice.
I
If you
reckon
had to pick one
she'd
of the
be
players
quite
as a
happy to.
battering ram, it'd have to be her. How's her back on the jammer line?
Actually, as the jammer now.
As the yes,
Starting as the
initially
jammer.
starting as the jammer, not becoming the jammer.
Ooh,
Through some power of magics.
Whoosh.
Those
chronic
pants.
jack pain, I know.
I can't look away from those pants. Viewers, if you're having the same problem, don't worry about it. It's normal.
You're not alone.
Your screen isn't broken. It's
Oh,
those pants.
howzo. Elegant backwards skating there to come back in legally.
Unable to get past those blockers.
Chronic jack pain. I get the feeling she is not a high rotation jammer for West Side. From her reactions when she got through before.
Right? Steps around the blockers for another 5 points, making it easy for her.
That's what you want your blockers to do. Jammers have enough work to do trying to lap the pack. They don't need to be beaten for their troubles as well. If you can save them taking the hits.
Chronic jack pain showing great track awareness there. Up on the toe steps on the inside, skating on through.
Oh.
5 points for that problem.
She has been told not to call it off. Howzo hanging on. Fantastic work there to get around crotch candy.
She's scattering her way through, and another 4-point pass. And they scat that one.
Some great
That was a
crowd
big
support
jam.
there for the Glory.
14 points added to them, 4 points for the Boutlaws.
And so they have managed to wind their lead out a bit further. We're looking at 59 points the difference. So we know that is not unassailable lead, though. It is a comfortable lead, but it is not unassailable.
WS Kenobi on the outside of the track, pushed to the inside there by those colourful
Damn,
pants
this is
of
getting
Goldie.
vicious. There's just the furious movements on track.
Track cut there, WS Kenobi. She is past the point of no return by at least 2 centimetres there.
Damn
she
it.
has to go all the way around the track, giving an extra maybe 5 to 10 seconds
Oh my
on that
God,
penalty.
honey punch though. That takedown at the front of the pack on Belter Skelter. Just magnificent to yield her back in. Pixamatosis getting on the front to help out. Belter Skelter does go through.
And all the action there is on turn 2. And an interesting approach to bench management here. We've got the a mirror happening for the bench manager Muttley. A mirror happening over there with
That's Invader Zoom from she played
from
on
the Mighty
Mongrels. Yeah, she's actually with Mornington Peninsula, so she got to spot on the Mongrels. And they actually had a corker this afternoon. They took out their second game. So 1 win, 1 loss. They're pretty happy. But yeah, she's been the mirror for the Glory.
Too many players on the track there. One player being asked to leave from Western Sydney. Murderface finding a little bump on the track there, but
all right,
back to rolling around as lead jammer.
There are 4 blockers on the track for Western Sydney.
I don't think Murderface saw any blockers. She just kept skating.
The Glory did their job. They kept those blockers apart and stopped them forming a comprehensive defence. We've had the attempted handoff, but WS Kenobi has taken that star back.
Unable to score any points with it, though. It's all about the Murderface.
She had a crack.
Crosby back on the jammer line for the Glory. Lee Sliding back on the jammer line for the Boutlaws.
I'll get it to her. Yeah, I'll make sure she does.
Least Lightning running up the back of those Glory blockers.
Oh,
Not able
glorious
to make
Glory.
them yield.
Oh,
Lisa's through.
very nice work there, Lise. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but Penalty Mutt is looking like he's got disappointed dad face at his jammer there, which I reckon's a bit bloody harsh.
That really.
Oh, damn!
That was a big hit on Crosby.
Beautiful cross track. Got her air. That's going to be a
Lightning.
low block. Is that going to be a low block? No, it is not.
Leafs Lightning scoring 5. Crosby stuck behind a reforming wall.
Wow,
of
Weston's.
Westies.
Yeah, the Batlaws have realised how hard they have to work to shut down Crosby, and they are bringing it. She is having to work
She is
so
virtually
hard.
stationary there.
Oh. Batlaws, stunning work, and that is finally an initial pass for Crosby. Leafs Lightning yielded back there by Jack Payne.
Leafs Lightning looking a little bit broken there.
Oh, I think she might need a slight sit down. She's breathing hard, but I would be too. So we'll see her back again.
She was clutching at her chin though, and now her
She's
neck.
playing with the helmet strap. It's sometimes you might get a slight knock that takes it into your neck. She's not looking distressed, which is nice to see. Oh, and it's an official timeout at this time. So Muttley's in.
Leafs
Muttley
Lightning
goes.
has taken a hit to her throat.
She may have
She's-
done, or a knock to the head, which has knocked the helmet up so that the straps go into the throat can occur. What the?
Destruction.
Fouled out.
Fouled out of the game there.
Alrighty. So, yes. I'm just going to mention a few of our fabulous officials who are working here today. We've got Dino is down all the way from Mackay. He is usually with Mackay City Roller Maidens. He's taken his time to come down here. He's penalty box managing, and he's working there with Sparkle and Dixie. Now, they are working reasonably hard in that penalty box, a little harder than we'd like, but not as hard as some games I've seen. So that's fantastic. Keep your players out of the penalty box. We like them on track. Oh, Rory Spilmore jumping and jagging. She's running into that wall, though. Western Sydney are getting, a beautiful swinging defence there from Honey Punch. And that is it. Wonderful, wonderful work. Doby-Wan Kenobi is through for lead. Hot on her tail. Rory Spilmore coming in. No points close enough for Doby-Wan Kenobi. She didn't feel confident taking the risk there, and I think she's definitely made the right call calling that off.
And Leafs Lightning still feeling the effects of that last jam.
She is staying out the back. She's
a
taking some
much
time
earned
for herself,
rest.
which we like to see. I don't like to see the skaters needing to take time, but I do like to see them looking after themselves. They're in it for the long haul.
Yes, and we are very lucky to have St John's Ambulance here looking after each of the tracks. A small tribe of green people.
Yes. They're the tribe of people we hope to never need to speak to. We do our best, but we are playing full contact on wheels. So occasionally,
Skelter
people need
engaging with the back of that pack, getting down low while she's skating around the corners, but coming up a little higher when she engages with the blockers.
And she's giving them more target zone to attack. They are trying, but she is so far. Sometimes she manages to hang on, sometimes not.
I guess this point of the tournament, that's where the bad habits start kicking in. When you're a bit tired, it's cold, it's very cold.
Absolutely.
It is colder tonight than it was all weekend.
Absolutely. This morning was much colder by far, and as the sun has gone down, it has just dropped further. So,
and it's not possible to see, but the track is definitely more slippery than it was a couple of hours ago.
You can see a fantastic, there's just this lovely little sheen. So the polish on the concrete is a great thing to have for skating, but it is reactive to temperature. And I think, I definitely feel that we're seeing it. I'm seeing some of these hits are taking more of an impact because of the slippery surface.
I can't see anything apart from chronic Jack Payne's pants.
I know, it's like a hypnotic spiral. Imagine Hypnotoad's eyes.
Strobing into my eyeballs.
Exactly. You can't exactly tell where she's going to go either, because that's making her look like she's moving in a
when she's
wibble
completely
wave.
stationary.
Exactly.
She's actually not even on the track right
She's
now.
not.
It's just the effect of those
You're
pants.
imagining it. Yeah, it's her hallucinogenic pants. Someone is calling. We're hearing from the bench. Call. That was Kapow.
Western Sydney being urged to call.
Oh. Now,
Chronic
that's
Jack
just
Payne
Dolly.
there, helping out the referee, saying, I got 2 points. Referee looks back and says, actually 3.
Even better.
Actually 3.
Even better. Look at that. That's lovely.
You at home may notice the scoreboard a little better than I can. 165 for...
Have we both cracked the
the
ton yet?
Glory.
Oh,
Not
so close,
quite.
Western Sydney. They are still staying in touch.
Murderface back. Caught behind those Boutlaws. Streaking out in front, though.
What an
Dobie
amazing
Wakanobi.
initial for Dobie Wakanobi. She was out of that pack before I knew what was happening. And that is some strong, strong defense against Murderface. Calzo doing lovely work with the chest blocking at the end there. Oh, Dobie Wakanobi.
And the Boutlaws' determination on their face is really
Ooh.
starting to show.
Absolutely. They're digging in there. They're getting some nice solid defense against the Westside Glory Jammers.
We've still got 15 minutes to go, so it's still not impossible for either side to take out the win.
Absolutely.
Boutlaws are going to have to find something a little bit deeper.
I think they're going to have to get consistent. They've had some nice moments with their blocking. If they can become consistent with those, we could see a shift.
Where you say consistency, we're up to a brand new jammer again, Fraggle
Yes.
Block. We haven't seen her jam at all today.
No, we haven't. Could be part of the tactics to put different skaters out as blockers to try and get that defense that they have started to really draw together. Because Crosby, we saw her have to do some hard work in earlier jams, but she was forcing her way through.
Honey Punch
Much
down
quicker.
under Thunder, holding her back for a few seconds there.
Absolutely. It took 3/4 of a track before she got through for lead, so she has been getting lead out of turn 2. So that
Fraggle.
is a definite pickup.
Fraggle Block, though, not in such a fortunate position. She's really struggling to get through.
So it's trying to get the right balance of your players. What are the skills you need where and when?
And no pivot on the track for Western Sydney. No ability to do a star pass. And that jam coming to an end. 5 points added to the Glory.
Do we know who that chant was for? Was that for the team or for a player?
I heard it as Fleedafla.
Oh, I heard something or other, yeehaw.
Fleedafla.
Oh, no, I definitely heard a yeehaw.
I think it's a Swedish.
You heard more Swedish than I do.
Swedish.
You hear with a Swedish accent. Oh, my Lord, she's done it again. Dobie Wakanobi with the assists there, so we're getting the defense there, but... All right, Baldescaldo's following up. So the Boutlaws are doing what they can. They're going to try to break up this Glory defense. Dobie Wakanobi sees it. She's picked up the 4. Well done, her.
We're going to need a lot more quick 4-0 jams
fast
from the
and furious.
Boutlaws if they are to stay in this.
They're doing well at the moment. How long can they keep up that furious pace? That's a hell of a lot of stamina needed. All right, Crash Test Dolly giving the thumbs up, showing, yeah, she's good to go again. Murderface back up, taking a deep stance. So that was Pixamatosis going down there, but that was not as a result of the impact.
And a big scrum of players there. Neither team able to get their jammer out.
Not yet until...
Crash Test Dolly busts on through. Lead jammer for the Boutlaws.
All right, the Boutlaws...
Murderface about a half a track behind her.
Boutlaws are starting a bit of a swing in the way they want their... Oh! That was not a swing, that was a twizzle.
The pirouette to add the 4 points to the scoreboard.
Getting some love from her bench as she goes back to the bench.
I think it would benefit the Boutlaws to be calling those jams off very quickly.
Yes, instead of waiting for the call off, hit and quit.
They don't need that
The
instruction.
clock is against them.
The clock is definitely against them. There's only about 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes left in this game. They need to be scoring 4, calling it. The only exception, I guess, is if the opposition hasn't completed their initial pass.
Absolutely, yes.
Not the case in this particular instance, is it? Crosby out in front.
All right.
Shoulders flaying. She is Completed her initial pass, about to hit the pack for some points.
Yes, she is.
Lisa Lightning back on the track, which is great to see.
Manages to hop round Goldie at the end there. Goldie is off to the bin. Crosby's through on her scoring pass. She can afford to bleed a few seconds off the clock before she calls it.
And actually a good idea there where you got a blocker in the penalty box.
Yes.
Penalty is only 30 seconds long, so any little bit, 2-3 seconds is going to help.
That's it. Rory Spilmore up to jam for the glory against Doby-Wan Kenobi. Oh, man, is that a breeze? I feel a breeze coming
like
in.
We're sitting in a fridge.
Damn it all to
sure we're
heck.
sitting in a fridge.
Whoa, Rory Spilmore. Very nice footwork to re-enter legally behind Pixamatosis.
Doby-Wan Kenobi. Very
Beautiful,
unfussed
beautiful,
with
beautiful.
what's going in the pack. She's just out there skating on her own there.
She comes in for that defensive three. She's trying to take some hit to the blockers. Very hard to do on the slippery surface. You need to get some grip to get that hit to stick.
Goldie joining us back on the track. 3 points added to Western Sydney's score.
Now, did Dobie manage to call that off in time at 2? 2 for the
So
glory.
only
How's
1
that
point the
score
advantage
looking, Mel?
for Western Sydney.
Doing that all on her own, she forced that call and stole those points. However, obviously the Westside Glory, they were really throwing pure defense.
And we have a timeout being called there by Muttley. So that is a black team timeout.
Jam Time are lucky to not get a penalty for that contact. Nearly taking out McFly. Was it McFly?
So we'll have a look at the gorgeous herd in the middle of that track there. We've got Quadfather, beardy and beautiful. Mother Superior, slightly less beardy, no less beautiful. Bear Grilled. Akubra Matata, he's down from Queensland. He's usually helping out the Coastal Assassins, I do believe, and he does also play some with Tweed Valley. He plays with the Vikings, not the Vixens, though. We've got Rudy Zarsoff. Nice accent on that one, I'm assuming American. Could be Canadian, I'd hate to offend. Vector is out
I
there.
would have thought with a last name like Zarsov, he'd be like,
Russian, wouldn't you think?
yeah, maybe his influence of
maybe that
American accent is from learning to speak English through television.
Through American films. He would not be the first.
Zarsov, yeah, no, definitely Russian.
Totally.
Eastern European at the very least.
Very least. All right, Crash Test Dolly and Murderface. Murderface has 3. Oh, it's a 4-3 pack. Murderface, look how hard she was having to dig. She was really having to get those legs to work to push her through that wall.
Crash Test Dolly trying to make her way through on her initial pass.
Oh, hanging
not
on
to
for
beat, but
dear life. Oh, bam, Houso comes in for the reverse hip hit. Not quite enough oomph in that one to take Murderface off the track with her momentum. Oh, shook her.
Through.
Oh, is
Maybe
that
honey
Holly?
punched
Oh, honey.
to the-
Honey punch.
Honey punched to the
But
outside.
damn.
Murderface slow to get up. Looking tired. It's getting to that time of the day.
It sure is. How long do we have left on the clock? I can see 8.5 minutes. So it definitely is that time of the game. And this is where I do start getting a little bit nervous because the fatigue, the mental fatigue as well as the physical fatigue, it is sort of danger zone for injury time. So let's hope
And
these
certainly,
ladies
like
are
we
going to
say-
play smarter.
Like we say, the cold, the slippery, it's all going to play in.
It is.
Be a factor.
All going to take its toll. Oh, Doby-Wan Kenobi almost had that beautiful inside line. Knocked down, but Crosby still not through herself. Pixamatosis. Number 82, Fraggle Block.
Susie Cointreau there holding back Dobie.
But Dobie is pushing. Surely there is a no-pack call here somewhere. Surely we must have a no-pack, please.
Crotch Candy with Dobie-Wan on her chest.
Oh, Dobie-Wan Kenobi.
On on the one toe stop, staying in bounds, and she is the lead jammer. She certainly earned that.
She deserves to smile about that one. My God, that was magnificent.
Crosby rounding the corner as the Outlaws brace, hitting the back of the pack there. Teams, of course, needing to be very aware of the way that they brace with the blockers.
Yes,
avoiding the multiplayer block.
Yes.
3 points apiece. So
it's a recent clarification on that has really refined the technique on that one. So it is becoming a little more prevalent at the moment as teams adapt to understand exactly how to avoid it.
A full pack of blockers for Belter Skelter's team.
Yes.
Least Lightning having to joust with them, trying to get around Goldie on the outside line.
Goldie being backed up by Scrim Henson on the inside, but look at that.
Well, Scrim
Belter
Henson.
Skelter.
Scrim Henson was persistently blocking her to the outside line, forcing her to try to get around Goldie.
But Belter Skelter has been yielded back. Meantime, Least Lightning through for a lead. That was a lovely timed little hit there from Molly Tov to make a gap. So Least Lightning pushing this pack out. She's having to work hard. Molly Tov giving what help she could, but needed to stop assisting in order to bridge in her other teammates. Belter Skelter hits the ground again. Honey punch. God damn, Least Lightning is fighting on Goldie.
Honey punch going in for the assist.
Newton's Nightmare. Lovely timing on that assist. Belter Skelter, no joy at all getting past. Honey punch.
Howsey getting down low, initiating that block
beautifully
into Honey punch.
But still traveling Derby direction just a little late. Beautiful work. Oh my God. Belter Skelter. I'm sorry, that is your gold star moment, girl. I don't care what else you have done tonight. You survived and got through that pack.
That was a big jam for the Rollers. 15 points added to their score. Clawing back that difference.
How long do they have?
62 points.
5 minutes.
Unlikely.
It is unlikely, but I'm still very interested to see what the Outlaws do at this point in time.
I can't see a thing. Do you know why?
Have I got my eyes closed again?
Chronic jack pain.
Chronic jack pain. Blinding me. Chronic jack pain blinding me
Crash
with
test
the
dolly.
mesmerizing hypnotic shorts, hypno shorts.
Chronic jack pain, able to draw out that multiplayer block we talked about. Crash test dolly, stuck behind the blockers. Chronic jack pain is not.
She had gone with the blockers who were trying to carry it to the outside line. That meant they were not on the inside line at the apex. So she was able to jag back in, coming afoul of this slippery surface at turn 2.
Chronic jack pain, managing to get past Devilish Desire.
Oh, Devilish Desire doing some nice work. Oh, and a shoulder shimmy at the crowd.
Crash test dolly sent off for a track cut. That gives Chronic back pain all of the options here.
Jack, but she's facing Hauso. Gets a lovely little hook on, carries it to the outside, and manages to cover back on the inside. Jack Payne was looking, obviously, to do that again with the bait to the out, jump to the in. Hauser was having none of it until she was out of play.
Hauser using technique. Chronic Jack Payne using more muscle.
Yes.
Chronic again, same position, up against Hauser, trying to avoid the
now
track
has
cut.
help. Who was that helping out Hauser? Was that Molly Tov?
I believe so, yes.
Oh,
Hauser able to hold back.
To a stop.
Forcing that jam to be called off, and she looks pretty pleased with herself.
She should be. That was some nice damn work. But did you see the friendly little tap on the hip to Jack Payne afterwards going, just checking in. Nice work, honey.
Just over 2.5 minutes left in this game. W1 Kenobi jamming for the Outlaws.
Against Murderface. Taking that low stance of hers again. She does have the head forward, but she lifts it up before she engages.
Murderface using brawn to get her way through there.
Power of power. Obi-Wan Kenobi has worn a lot of punishment. She still keeps coming back strong. She's up against Chuka, Goldie, number 32 being Scrim Henson. That's Biffy Kaleido. Oh, nice little tip out there from Goldie. Slight yield back, but that opens up the outside of the track. No, she did cut on the inside. Damn it all to hay.
Murderface being urged by the shadow bench manager to call it. Big flaying arms coming out of fluorescent yellow, but not able to be seen.
The arms themselves are not fluorescent yellow. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe we're so busy looking
they need to work on.
at the body, the core, miss the arms flailing. So this does give Westside Glory almost 30 seconds of Power Jam start. I don't know that giving Crosby a run-up is what I would be doing at this point. I've got to admit, they've been getting nice coverage when they have stayed strong right in front of her. Making the scrum, because there she goes.
She's got a bit of speed on her as well once she's able to bust through.
Very nice speed. Once she picks up momentum, she seems to really deliver that into whoever's trying to stop her and use it as blocking power.
Well, it's a back to the track by another Superior. 3 points, no pass, no penalty awarded to Crosby. She's still the lead jammer though.
She calls that one off. 54 seconds left on the clock. This will be our... No, I won't say will. I've been wrong before. There was this time I was wrong. It was a Thursday.
Potentially 2 jams left.
It is improbable, but it's not impossible, people.
Each team with a timeout, so able to extract another jam out if they want to.
Goldie's giving the love back to the crowd.
Belter caught on the chest of Newton's Nightmare.
Oh, that is a nightmare.
Using honey punch as a battering ram.
Followed up. You get some Newton's Nightmare, then cop a honey punch. You're not getting up in a hurry. Oh, we have had the star pass.
Not a pass, just taken off and put back on there.
Thank you, because there's still a pivot on the track. Thank you, Mel, for picking up on that one.
Belter Skelter calling that jam off. There is no time left on the board.
No time to even call the infamous last second timeout. So what's our unofficial final there, Mel? I can see Western Sydney Rollers.
Western Sydney Rollers 126.
And it looks like Westside Derby Dolls
209.
That is our unofficial final. Waiting for it to go official. Apparently McFly feels no need to stick around for it to become official.
Just a bit of confirming.
Going to give another thanks to Scrim for working our camera for us here to help bring this fabulous vision to you.
And congratulations to both sides for an entertaining game.
Dear God, I enjoyed that.
There is another game on this track in a few minutes.
Oh, I'm getting out to slip up again, so I'm going to say signing off, sweet Fanny Adams. Thank you for having me.
And my name is Melodrama.